Hey everybody, it's Matt here. It is Monday, December 1st. Ooh, it's a little warm. And it is the first day of our Vlogmas videos. And I know that they are supposed to, I believe, be sort of holiday themed, but this one is more winter themed because we are expecting a snowstorm tomorrow. And they're predicting anywhere from 2 to 10 inches. So I don't know what we're gonna get, but I have some things I desperately have to get done in the next hour. We have an appointment later, and then Philip has a vet appointment after that, and I don't have much time. But I do want to get some things set for these animals before we get snow. And the first problem I'm having is my chicken coop. And we're gonna go in here. Woo! We're in here. Yay, we're in the chicken coop. And if you might have recalled from our previous videos, I was doing the deep litter method, which is you build up your layers of bedding throughout the winter, and it creates a nice insulative floor and keeps them dry and keeps them warm. The problem I'm having is these stinking geese and ducks. Yeah, so the geese and the ducks are just too wet. I can't keep it dry as much as I've tried. Last winter was fine because I didn't have many ducks, and we've got twice as many and geese now. And also 3 times as many chickens as I had last winter. So it's just too wet. So what I have to do is scoop out all this wet bedding and put fresh shavings in here. And I think that's what I'm gonna have to be doing off and on all winter, just to keep it dry. The eggs have been coming, the ducks lay their eggs on the ground in here, and whoop, back into the coop. And they've been dirty because it's just, as you can see, it's dirty and it's damp. If you touch it, it's damp. Damp is no good, especially when it starts to get really cold. If there's too much humidity in here, it will cause frostbite issues on my chickens. So, first step is I gotta clean out all of this nasty, wet bedding. And what I've been doing is just shoveling it out into the yard to fill in any low spots around the coop that can get muddy. So these shavings will keep it from getting too muddy out there. So, first step, I'm gonna clean this out. Okay, so that job is done. Let's see what we did here. Whee! All fresh. I scraped out everything, and it's all fresh and dry. So it's just gonna be kind of a pain that I'm gonna have to be doing this. It's much easier just to throw shavings on top without shoveling everything out every week. But that's the way it is. I think the plan is gonna be, hopefully for next winter, I'll build a new shed for the waterfowl, and they can have their own separate situation. And there's all the mess I shoveled out of here. And they'll just pick through it and dig it around. And I found an egg hidden underneath the shavings. So that'll be a gift for the crows, because I don't know how old this egg is. So every day I throw a few eggs out that are dirty for the crows. As you can see, all the shells littered, and the crows come and snatch them up and then hang around the area and hopefully keep the hawks away. All right, now I have to get the pigs set up for a snowy day and bring them some fresh straw. So that's next on the agenda. I've got my bale of fresh straw. We're gonna throw some in here with the piggos. Here, here, ladies, take that, and that'll keep them busy for a minute while I get in here. I gotta move this wagon closer to the fence. I'm not gonna give them all of this straw because I want to use some. I want to use some for chickens, for nest boxes, and for my little lonely old bantam. She needs some in her coop. And the bantam roosters, I'm gonna put some in their crates, but we're gonna throw, are you eating the straw? We're gonna throw some more in there for them. Whoa, here we go. Doo, doo, doo. Here, lady. Fresh straw for you. I don't really have to do much with it. They will just incorporate it into... It's so hard to do with one hand. Let's see. We'll set up a little camera. All right. Yeah. Get off of her, you beast. All right. Okay. That should be pretty good for them. And they got, it's still nice and dry in here, but that'll help. And then the other thing I have is I've been using, I think we're in heat again. Girls, inappropriate TV. I've been using pelletized horse bedding, which looks like the pellets you use in a, like a pellet stove, but it's made for animal bedding to absorb some of the muck and mud in here, because these pigs don't like walking in the mush in the cold weather. They like the mud in the hot summer, but they don't seem to really enjoy the mushy mud in the cold. All right, let's bring some of this straw to the other critters, and then we can throw some pelletized bedding in here to absorb some mush and muck. All right, we got some straw for Robin here, my little old lady. Hey, lady. In a previous video, I had said, now this is an old elderly chicken, and she lives by herself because she, in her lifetime, had been exposed. Here's the straw for her. Ooh, there we go. She'll have a nice warm bed. She had been exposed to Merrick's disease and possibly some other diseases. Hey, lady. And I don't want to mix her in with my new flock of chickens because Merrick's is a virus and they never really get rid of it. And she could be a carrier. And I just don't want to deal with that in this flock. So she unfortunately has to live here by herself. I had said in a previous video that I thought she was 15 years old. And then I saw that the oldest chicken in the world on Guinness Book of World Records is 15 years old. So I went back to try to figure out exactly when she hatched. And I don't have any documentation of it. So she's old. She's definitely in her teens, but probably not as old as 15. Maybe 12 or so. And then these guys still do not have their full coop built. And it's not happening today. So we're going to put some straw into their carriers. So when I put them away at night, they are also nice and cozy. Hey, boys. All right. So we're going to load them up with some fresh straw in their carriers. I'm sorry, guys. I'm scaring you. I know. They're like, what the heck? All right. There we go. Beautiful. And they'll be fine. It's actually not, herky-jerky video. It's not supposed to get extraordinarily cold. Oh, what made you guys upset? The pigeons? Yeah, not super, super cold. Just snowy. And they just made that alarm call because a flock of pigeons just flew by. And they're not there, they just flew. Some feral pigeons have moved into the barn. And I love pigeons, but I don't know if I want these feral pigeons pooping all over the barn. But nothing's in the barn right now, so I'm not gonna complain. And last bit of straw is gonna go in here for nest boxes. Whoop, and they're afraid of the straw too. Oh, guys, let's Let's relax. All right. Because, there we go. If I just use shavings in the boxes, they tend to scratch it all out pretty quickly. And the straw generally stays longer. And I think what I'll also do is throw some under here where the ducks like to lay. And then we can leave it like that. All right, I think we're gonna have everyone cozy in case of snow. Okay, I think that's it for today, guys, and thanks for tuning in. We're trying this new Vlogmas idea, and we'll see if we can keep up with it every day. And a lot of the ideas we have are gonna be holiday-related things. But today I just had lots to do and not a lot of time to do it. So thanks for joining us. See you tomorrow on Life on Pumpkin Ridge.